Good morning, children. Good afternoon. Good evening. Today, once again, I am coming with the book English Grammar. You see, 8th standard. The next chapter, that is verb expressing perfect tense, or verb expressing the perfect tense. Today we'll see how to use the present perfect tense. Now I would like to advise that you take out the page number 15. You see, page number 15 here. I am going to teach you page number 15 and 16 up to here. Take out your book and see it. So, dear children, perfect tense. We are going to learn about perfect tense. There are three types of tenses: past tense, present tense, and future tense. Now we are dealing about this present tense. In that present tense, we are going to learn present perfect tense. Present perfect tense. The uses of present perfect tense. Now, this table shows us how to use the present perfect tense. The first point is that to refer to an action or event in the past that is connected to the present. To refer to the action or event that happened in the past. The action that happened in the past that is connected into the present. Now what the action that is happening in the past and it is connected to the present. It is connecting to the present. Okay, the action or event that happened in the past tense, in the past, and that connected to the present. So that is called the first rule. For example, here it is written, Reina has made sandwiches. Reina has made sandwiches mean the action started in past tense and that goes and connected to the present. That now present. It is the first one. The next one, that next example I can give you or tell you that the next example, Mummy has prepared chicken biryani. This is the next sentence. He has written the book. Children have done their homework. Okay, this is the first rule. The second one, to describe an action that began in the past and leads up to the present. That means what? The action that began in the past. The action began in the past and that leads to the present. The action began in the past that leads to the present. For example, it is given, we have watched 3 films this month. They have watched 3 films this month. That means the actions already begun here and it leads to the present. Already there watching film, 3 films they have already watched and that is leading to the present. So this is the first example that is given. I have watched 5 films in this month. I have written 5 essays in this month. You have done your homework 5 pages in this month. So these are the examples. The third one, to describe an action performed during a period that is not yet over. The third action is that, now let me repeat this one. Now children, you see the third point, to describe an action performed during a period that is not yet over. That means action already began during the period but it is not completed. It is not yet over. It is not yet completed. For example, you see, now action here begun, but it is in progress, but which is not completed. Are you clear? Which is not completed. You see the graph. I am making the graph for your understanding that action already began here. The person is here. He made his action. He began here. But action is not yet over. That is the third point. And what is the fourth point? To describe an action that is repeated. To describe an action that is repeated. What is the point 3? We have waited for a long time. We have waited for a long time. We have waited for 3 days. We are waited for 1 month. That means the action, waiting of the action that is not yet over. The fourth point is that to describe an action that is repeated. Action being repeated. For here is how the graph will be. Now let us see, children, this is little difficult to understand, but I will make you understand how it is. To describe an action that is repeated, the action that is repeated, how it is. You see, the action that is repeated, the action that is repeated, what it means? The action that is repeated means, for example, I have played tennis since childhood. That means from childhood onwards he has been playing tennis. That's why his action being repeated. His action being repeated. I have been teaching since my study level. Okay, for example. So like that, the fourth point is that to describe an action that is repeated. Repeatedly what he is playing or what he has played. So that is, it is mentioned here. One sentence given, I have played tennis since childhood. I have played tennis since childhood. You see, the next point is to describe an action that happened in the past but is important at the time of speaking. Okay, for example, you see the action that happened in the past. Action already happened in the past. Action already happened in the past. But sentence it is given, you see, but it's important at the time of speaking. When a person, this person is making the action important in time of speaking. Is making the action time of speaking important. What it means, you see, I have collected my certificate. That means what? The action already, I have collected my certificate means what? The action of studying already over. He has studied in certain school or colleges or universities. So now he has collected his certificate. Here I have collected my certificate. Okay, this is the example of the point number 5. To describe an action that happened in the past. The happened in the past means what? His study is over. His schooling is over. His colleging is over. Now he has collected his certificate. That's the point number 5. And the last point is that to describe an action that was completed in the recent past. That means to describe an action that has completed in recent past. Okay, now action already started here. Do you see I am graph making? Just recently it is completed. The action is already here completed. Action is already completed. So that is the last point. That is, for example, I have just booked our tickets. We have just booked our tickets. Okay, that means the action that was completed in the recent past. The recent past, it is already completed just now. The action is just completed now. So this is the certain points that you should keep in mind. Now the next page we will see the page number 16. This table shows us forms of the present perfect tense. We use time expression such as for a year, recently, so far, for some time, ever, already, this morning, since 2003, and so on. And with the present perfect tense, we use ever, never, just, already, yet, since, and for with the present perfect tense to talk about an action finished at an unknown or unstated time. They have not conducted as so far, for example. Okay, now you see children, this is the page number, this page number, you can 16, the table it is given. I am going to explain now. Now I have made here, you see, so we have to make the positive sentence, negative sentence and the interrogative sentences. So here I have given subject plus has, have and V3. V3 means third form of the verb plus object. For example, I have given, here it is given one, I have opened a shop, or they have opened a shop. The next third sentence is of mine. Rama has bought bananas. Here Rama is a subject. Here Rama is a subject and has is a verb and V3 is a bought and object is banana. So this one, more clarification I will give. That one we make into negative sentence. Subject plus has or have plus not plus V3 or object. You see, Rama has not bought bananas. So this is the negative sentence. And interrogative sentence, since I have given this method, the rules, so I am going to make the sentences. So one thing you have to remember that. So I hope you got this one, positive sentence and negative sentence. I am going to make an interrogative sentence. So children, interrogative sentence, two types we can make it. One is, I have given previous video that interrogative sentence and interrogative sentence. Two way we can make it. Now you see, here I am going to classify it. You see, Rama, that means according to rule, Rama has Rama bought bananas? Has Rama not bought bananas? Or this sentence also you can make another way of. Hasn't Rama bought bananas? And one thing you have to remember that in interrogative sentence, whatever interrogative sentence you are going to make, you have to put end of the sentence question mark. Okay, so this way you can make negative sentence and positive sentence. But one thing you have to remember that, so in perfect tense, any perfect tense, there are dual verbs. There are dual verbs. One is auxiliary verb, another one is principal verb or non-auxiliary verb we say. So here, for example, again I am going back. Rama has bought banana. Here again, Rama has not bought banana. You see, when you are making this dual verbs, so here has stand for helping verb, or I am making here has stands for helping verb and both stands for main verb or principal verb also we say. Okay, when positive sentence we are making into negative sentence, always we have to put in between the two verbs not. In between the two verbs not we have to put, otherwise our sentence will be wrong, grammatically we will make wrong. So that's why in between the two words not will be used. This is the special things you have to learn. Where to put not you should know. Okay. So this is the way of making positive to negative. Same thing. Interrogative. Interrogative also. You see, after the first helping verb, you see not is put. Same thing it is followed. Here also same thing it is followed. So I hope this thing you have understood that I have used this one has. Have you know it? In the plural subject it is used to plural subject. Okay, when the subject is plural, then have will be used. For example, I, special case, we, they, Rama and Syama. Okay, cows, goats, girls, any plural nouns or pronouns you can use have, and any singular nouns or pronouns you can use has. This is the difference between has and have. So okay. So another thing there is there. So here if we ask a question here, has Rama bought banana? That also different way we can make. Did Rama have bought? It will be also correct. So I am not going to make you so clumsy to you or confused to you or chaotic thought. So dear children, you go through this book that I have taught you. This is a good one. So tomorrow I am going to give you the exercises that you will do. Try to understand, read this one and make it confirm that you have understood. So this is the thing that today's lesson. So I hope you understood it. Best of luck. Thank you very much.